I added 3 more variables to the class. Slowdown speed will be the speed that I will use to make the player run a little lower after a long run. Mean run distance will be the minimum distance that the player has to do before a long run, and mean slide distance will be the minimum distance that Mario will be sliding. There are 2 new methods that I will explain later. Show you a tool that was useful for me, and it's the sequence diagram. Basically, a sequence diagram helps to visualize a bunch of sequences. As you know, a game works with 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. So in a second happens a lot of things. That is the reason why in this problem I decided to use this tool in order to visualize better what happened during the runtime game. I had to analyze 4 different cases when the buttons left and right are pressed at the same time, when the left button is pressed, when the right button is pressed, and whatever of the button is released. Also, I had to analyze or make a difference between a short run and a long run. Now it's time to work on the asset that I need. As you know, I'm working on the slide effect that appears after Mario does a long run and immediately shift to the run to the opposite side. First of all, I found the asset in the sprite sheet. Then I cut the part that I need, and after that I paste it as a new image. I use the magic tool to erase the background. As a result, I have an asset ready to be exported. Godot, I create a new animation and I call it slide. Then I choose the sprite. The last part of the video is coding. I create and initialize the variables as well as other stuff. As you can see, now the player can do a short run, a long run, and of course, the slide effect. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget like the video, share it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.